everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of Full Circle. I'm your host as always, Harmon Jr. Please follow me at Harmon Jr. all your favorite social media.
And I'm Jared Fradette. Please find me at Toon Baylor, your favorite social media as well. Speaking of favorite social media things, we're here at a big event. We're at South PAX. South PAX, the Paxiest south of the PAX.
South by PAX Southwest.
South by Southwest. Yes, we're here at PAX South on the final day, wrapping up our time at the convention.
Yeah, and in case you didn't believe us, you can see there's the lobby. There's people lobbying it up, kind of like we're doing. We're gaming lobbyists, I guess, in a certain degree. Geekdom lobbyists.
We're pro the gaming industry.
All right, so yes, this week we are on location at PAX South. As we promised you, we will be doing this more often or as often as we possibly can. So, like Jared said, this is the Foundation show. We've been here since Friday.
Right?
Yeah, and so
let's run through some of the things we've seen here at PAX, right? So what's some of the things that immediately stood out to you, Odell?
All right, so I got to play Soundscape, which is by Andromeda Entertainment.
Yep.
And so what it is a meditation, psychedelic trip is how it's described.
Right.
Where we started by sipping some ceremonial tea, actual, literal, real-world tea.
Mm-hmm.
And then I laid down on this massage bed, if you will. They put a VR headset on me, and where they talked to me, took me through deep breathing exercises.
It was a self-guided. Can it be called self-guided?
I'll say yeah.
Self-guided meditation experience.
Because for the game part of it to happen, you actually have to breathe on a cue and, chant your mantra. The hum. And then it corresponds to the sound of your breathing and chanting to make certain cues happen. And I won't lie, it was a pretty relaxing experience. I enjoyed that. What about something for you?
Something for me. Way to put me on the spot. I've only had 3 days to think about this. I've actually been real impressed with the cosplays this year. I don't know if that's just because everybody's like real on point with timely cosplays.
Oh yeah, we saw Blight. Which would you have with a few days, a day?
Right? No, he had to absolutely be like a huge fan to begin with of Three Houses. I guess so. Right? He had the Smash invitation. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
The Witcher costume, of course.
That was pretty good.
Right?
There was a lot. We saw a lot of good league costumes this year.
Right. You know what? Let's just roll this into a Pokemon thing, as we so often do.
Oh yes. I meant like League of Legends, but.
Oh. Well, okay, let's talk League of Legends first, then we can go Pokemon League.
We saw a lot of good League of Legends costumes. I don't know the Legends names.
Oh, okay then. So Pokemon League then. So
yes.
We were talking in the past time. This is actually the first year we've seen a lot of just like purposeful, pointed Pokemon characters. Like this wasn't just generic, I'm a rocket grunt, I'm a nurse joy. These were like, yeah, I'm the ice leader, I'm the ghost leader, I'm saying this, I don't remember their names actually.
We saw Bay, Alistair, a lot of ball guys. We saw a ball gal.
Yeah.
That was a real good one. We saw, what's her name? Marnie?
Yes.
Marnie. We saw
Marnie.
We saw basically any important character, any mainstay important character in the story was almost here. At least half of them.
Right?
We saw Melanie.
I say, suck it Dexiters, who said that this game would flop.
No, people are still loving it.
Right?
Just real quick, some news that's happened outside while we're here is Cyberpunk 2077 got delayed until September.
Right? Good for them. They're finally listening again to developers. Finally again for the first time, for the last time.
I don't know, they said the game is empirically finished. Like it's finished. It could ship today, but they're not happy with where it is. They're now it's finished and now they're refining all this.
Buzz off part of your head and be like, haircut's done, it's finished. Does that mean it's a good haircut?
So one of the things I find interesting, even though it's being delayed until September, knock on glass because that's the only thing behind me.
Gently, don't break it.
They're still.
We're not leaning for the record. We're just kind of faux miming it here.
So they're saying that this is still going to be a current gen game. This is going to be an accomplishment for this gen. They're not trying to pull the rug up under us and be like, haha, it's a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X.
S1 plus
2,
Alpha.
Yeah. So even though this game's going to get re-released, it's going to get re-released on those consoles for sure, I bet.
Right.
But they're really trying to drive home. They want this to be like the swan song of this generation. Being like, whoa, they pushed the limits of what we can do And that's cool. That's it's fun. This is also following the Final Fantasy VII remake delay, which basically the only game that came out this Q1 supposed to was Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Whoa!
Yeah, everyone's been enjoying that game. People like Dragon Ball Z. Jared.
Oh, I was gonna say I've seen not hate towards it, people complaining that like this is it, this is the game.
Well, I don't know.
The fact that people already modded in the Goose from Untitled Goose Game into it, I don't know. That says something to me.
I don't know. Well, the modders are crazy.
Well, yeah, but I'm just like the game wasn't even just like flat out enjoyable. People were like, let's go and change it.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting. So games we're supposed to have relatively now or soonish was Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I think was supposed to be out right now if it didn't get like Last of Us Part 2. I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that from the get-go. Okay, it was supposed to come out last year. When it got delayed to February, I was like, yeah, okay, that's cute.
When anytime they can't say a season at least, like, oh, coming late 2020, I'm like, oh, that's anywhere from Q3 to Q3 the next year.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. If you listen to the show, you know this already. I'm a big fan of Ori. If Ori and the Will of the Wisps gets delayed, I will lose my shit.
Well, I was gonna say, speaking of games you like, though, you were also on a panel this year.
Woo! Yes, I was on the panel. I was on the Importance of Diversity panel.
In indie games.
In indie games,
Working
thank you.
title.
Oh yeah.
That was a running joke during the panel.
So that was my first official panel as an official panelist, not like a guest show up in a contest or anything. And I think it went swimmingly well. We had a lot of questions at the end. We talked about the importance of diversity in indie games, obviously. Hopefully, if we film this, hopefully I'm going to chop that up and maybe put that as a Patreon listen.
Right.
You get the raw audio, but eventually, inevitably, it will make its way to YouTube. So please subscribe to the Patreon. If you don't worry, it will be up eventually.
Right.
At some point.
Just our patrons get definitely that early access.
Yeah.
Facts.
I don't know, Jared. So you watched it. How did you feel about the panel?
No, I liked it. I thought it was very constructive. Y'all gave good pointers, good indications of things you'd actually like. You gave credit where credit was due, and you also gave like good indications of how the industry at large can improve. Because that's the thing people always forget about constructive criticism is you can't just critique it angrily. You then have to offer solutions, or at least things that would make you happy. So y'all pointed out a lot of things like that. Especially pointing out that the AAA developers can really learn. That was kind of the point of it being an indie panel. Can learn from the indie panels that are willing to take risks on things and not just like hard-nosed and snob. Like, oh no, you're not the exact like you don't look like the 30-year-old white male, brown hair, brown-eyed, with scruff protagonist that we're used to also hiring and putting in the games. Therefore, you can't be good. It's like, no, see, the indie games, they succeed, they do well, and they don't follow your model at all.
There are stories to be told. I'll save everyone the monologue since I did like an hour and a half of that already. But Jerry, you're a big tabletop guy, so did you see any tabletop games at the show this year that actually stood out to you you would recommend for anyone?
Well, they were new to me. Turns out they weren't new, period. I liked Clask. It's almost miniature foosball with magnets, but you can play it like on it. And you're just kind of, again, trying to hit like the ball around until you can get it down. We played it for four players, which I thought was pretty good. I don't know if it would be as fun with just 2 players.
Possibly. I mean,
I like battle royale modes,
So for those watching on YouTube, we'll have footage of here so you can actually visually see it. But going on, so like, there's cooler rules. There's like an actual ball, which you don't want to get in your hole. Like your whole point is to keep it out of your goal area, if you will.
Right.
There's also little magnet buffers that keep you from going crazy because you can lose points for various reasons, like losing control of your
player.
Bobber,
yeah,
whatever it's called. So there's more things going on the board than you think.
So, and I also liked I'm forgetting the name of the game, but it is a board. It's kind of like sim dating.
Oh, Fog of Love.
Fog of Love. Yeah, it's like you build a character. It doesn't have to. It's like it's not you at all. It's all kind of. Well, it's a board game. That's what we're talking about. But you build a character and you take this journey with whoever you're playing against, and you decide how you want to build the relationship. You can both win or both lose, or you can be selfish and win just for yourself. Just like real life and relationships.
Just like real life, and it's you could be male, female, non-binary. It's very gender fluid. You could be whoever you want to be.
It's however you, as a gaming pair, want to define it.
Yeah, and you go on dates and you get charisma points for different traits, and eventually, what was it, Destiny cards, I believe?
Yeah, like where are you both destined to end up? And that's where you can make the final decisions on how the relationship ends.
I don't know the rules, but I remember my favorite part was like there's the heart breakup card where like your goal is to make them think you're gonna stay together and then completely dump them. So if you can dump them before they if you can dump them before they dump you, you win.
No, you have to max out their love for you and then dump them. So cruel, so hilarious.
So yeah, that was definitely interesting. So I'm trying to think any other highlight points of the show. Where, like you said, it was some great cosplays. We actually had the parties actually took a bar up. PAX South doesn't have the best.
From no parties to one party. Shout out to Gearbox.
Yeah, they had a good party at Howl at the Moon. Usually we don't have any. We have a lot of fan meetups. A lot of
power to the fans.
Yeah,
right?
I mean they're parties in essence, but essentially But like Gearbox threw an official, drinks, music, the whole 9 yards, nice venue,
right,
etc. The Houston Gamers, they apparently threw a great party as well. We didn't go, but
right,
we heard that was great.
We went to the Latinx party. I think we went too early. They were still setting up.
They were still setting up, and then we found out about the Gearbox party, and we had to dip. And by the time we got done with that, we were just tired.
Being at cons are exhausting, people.
So, this year, they finally changed the badges. So I'm just gonna... Ooh. For those listening, that was me giving you a mental image of badge. So PAX South is canonically the first PAX of the year. It happens in January, obviously. And usually the badge design rarely ever changes, but this year they finally stepped it up, and I like it. It's a sleeker design.
It's clean. It's very clean looking.
And also the merch. So normally I don't buy merch. So hopefully after filming the show, I'm going to try to have Letterman jackets this year. And if I do not get East, I'm going to use my press hour to go get one.
Well, you just have to. It's freezing there.
Yeah, pretty much. So whoever designed those PAX Letterman jackets, shout outs to you.
Right. So that's probably it for PAX South then.
Yep. So I hope you enjoyed this on the air show, on the go. More things. So we have some videos coming your way of our experiences in greater depth. But, for all things Full Circle and Full Circle Podcast, please follow us at FC Podcast 23.
And don't forget, of course, our parent that we're under, the Game Fanatics,
Ooh.
where you can read about all of our articles that we don't necessarily publish out as a video. For Full Circle Podcast, I am Jared Fradette. You can find me at Toonvelo.
And I'm Harmon Jr. Please find me at Harmon Jr. Thanks for being on location with us, and we'll be back to our regular scheduled program next Wednesday.